Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. So here I am back on Nome Beach and doing some beach mining again today. So normally I use a beach box, which is really fine-tuned to what I'm doing here, which is mining the sand pretty much. And the gold here is like super fine. That's all in the sand right here. Pretty much what you need is like a really wide beach box. That's the best way to get the gold on here. Pretty much like a rubbed rubber mat or a green carpet. You don't really need riffles and all that stuff because this is just super fine sand with a lot of red and black in it. And the best tool for that job is just a big wide beach box, which we had, but someone stole it. So I'm just down to the gold cube now, which still works, but it's not exactly the right tool for the Nome Beach sand here. So I gotta kind of improvise, and what I'm doing now is I'm running all this clay. This is all like gravel material on top of clay, and to tell you the truth, right up in here I just did a few sample pans, and there's like really good gold in this. Even though it's just hard clay, there's just gold just laying on all this clay. And where was it? Right here I just took a couple scoops in my hand. You can see just a little bit in this little divot that's right here, and I just found a picker in like probably 100 colors. I'll show you in here. So I was just kind of messing around, just seeing what was here, and I did a couple really good pans. So this is what I got out of that divot. See that picker right there? It's kind of muddy water. Let's see if I can hook this up here. Let me there we go, get it in the sun. So yeah, I got a nice little picker right there, and then all right here is all gold, little flakes of gold in there. Probably over 100, maybe 150, maybe even more, because I mean I did a quick speed pan, so this gold all down in here. But that's really good for just like a little handful right there. I got a picker and like 150 pieces. It wasn't even a full pan, it was just a couple handfuls. So, but the only problem with that is that there's not a lot of material, like all this. Like this is just hard clay. But what I'm doing is, like in between this hard clay, there's some of this nice sand like that, just grit and gravel. And I'm gonna take the shovel and kind of just scrape. What I did was here, take the back side of the shovel and just scrape into a little pan like that, and just keep feeding the gold cube just gravel and grit. And I think the gold cube will do better with that because it's bigger gold, so I think it'll catch it just fine. But there's not a lot of material here, so what I'm kind of doing is like beach sniping. I'm just like beach sniping is what it is pretty much, because the cube can't really handle just throwing tons of beach sand in there, especially heavy sand like black sand and red sand. Just it's not really made for that kind of job, where a beach box is better. But it's what I got, so I'm kind of adapting, and this is what I'm going to do, is just run this gravelly clay kind of stuff, and I think I'm going to do pretty good. So yeah, I wasn't gonna make a video today, but I found a really good pan, and maybe this one, maybe this time I'll actually get a little bit of gold. If I can get like a half a gram or a gram in just like an hour or two, that'd be really great. But again, I'm just kind of having fun out here, just enjoying the day. So I'm not like hardcore doing this, just having a good time. So yeah, let's see how much gold I can get. So I think the first thing I'm gonna do is just gonna go into like these gullies right here. Like there's a whole bunch of like little finger gullies, and that's where I'm actually doing pretty good with the test pan. So I just got this metal shovel here, and I'm just gonna scrape the mud and the clay, and just gonna fill this bucket up. There we go. That's more like river gravel right here, which a gold cube loves this kind of stuff. So I think that'll be my best bet for today, is just run all this gravelly, muddy, mucky stuff. And I'll bet you I'm gonna find a few pickers, small ones, nothing big. We're on the beach here. There's no really big gold here, but I think if I run a bucket full of this stuff, maybe it'll do pretty good. So all right, well, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna fill up this bucket, and we'll run it, and let's see what we get. So before I start, all I got is a little teeny tiny trickle coming down right there, and I kind of dug a little hole right here, and I put the bilge pump in there, and I'm just filling my tub. So I'll just recirculate. I could go down to the ocean and just grab a few buckets, but that's all the way down there, and just going back and forth and trying to get buckets kind of lame. So I'll just let this fill up and just keep filling that tub, and then we'll be able to run the cube. There we go, we got it running. Looks pretty good. Pretty level. Alright, here we go. First scoop. Like I said, it's mostly like rock and gravel and stuff, so this is kind of hard to scoop out. I think next time I'm just going to use a gold pan. It'll be a little bit easier. Alright, well, I'm just going to scoop away and I'll get back to you. Wow, look at that. I hope you can see all that. There's a lot of gold right there. That's just one test pan from that area again. So this area right here, super hot. All I did was just scrape up a little bit of that stuff with my hand again. So this is a second pan I did from over there. Look at that. There's just, it's loaded. There's gold all in the corner there, all up in there. That is really cool. Look, you know, flake right there. Wow, that little valley is really hot. Hopefully it's under here. There's a lot of sand right here. Right here, there's kind of a little pile of sand. There's a clay right there. So there's probably 2.5 inches of sand. I don't think the gold's in the sand. I'll test it next, but I think it's right on the clay. But this is above this. This is a valley in here, so that's probably why it's so hot. But I just took a little bit of sample in here. I'm going to check to see if it's up over this lip. So that's what I got down in my scoop over here. So I'm going to test that. So yeah, test that. So this gold here, I'm just going to put in there, and then I'm going to rinse my pan so I don't get any false results. There's no gold in there. And then this stuff in the scoop is from the side, so see if there's any gold on the side, or if it's just on that valley. Yeah, again, I'm just doing a quick speed pan, so if I see 100 colors, I probably miss 50 because I'm going so fast. I'm not really being careful, but I'm just doing a test, so I don't want to waste a lot of time trying to get every piece of gold. I'm just seeing if it's hot or not. Right, this water's super dirty, but get the sunlight here. Oh yeah, look, I see a little picker. Wow, all right. I'll wash it down. Oh, another picker. Wow. Got the camera in my hand, but there's a picker right there. There's a little flake right. Okay, that's not a picker, I mean a flake. And there's a whole bunch of fines, and I saw another small flake go down too. I don't know why I said picker. It's not a picker, it's just a flake. Yeah, there it is. Oh, lost it again. It's a little rolly, but yeah, there's all fines all in there. So, all right, I'm just gonna eat that whole spot then, right up in there. Cool. I'm gonna get back to it. Yeah, so that stuff that was in the pan was right here, and the stuff that was in the scoop was more from the side here. So there's still gold on the side. Let me try right in the center here. I'm gonna do some of the sand, and then I'm gonna rub the clay. There we go. So I got mostly sand that's on there, and then some of the clay. So let me try that. Speed pan. All right, let's see here. Nope, not as much. I still see a couple small ones. Oh yeah, yeah. There's bigger gold. All right, well, there's gold in it. Hold on, let me tap the pan. Yeah, it's probably hard to see, but there's some smaller flakes up in there, so there's gold in there too. So I'm gonna take the whole little area out. All right, let's get it. All right, I'm on my last pan here. I give it a good solid hour, just kind of going through those little nooks and crannies and little channels and stuff. But yeah, let me finish off this last pan and we'll see what I got. All right, I think we're good. So I'll take this apart. Lift up the tray here. See, I don't see any chunkies in that tray right away, but we'll rinse it off. Oh yeah, I see a couple little pieces in there. Cool. Well, the tray caught something. Let's do the slick plate because I spilled some stuff on there. That's good. Here's the first tray. Here's the first tray here, and alright, I'm not seeing anything. Check the trough here. Well, I don't see too much, but that water was really, really muddy and mucky and yucky. So, yeah, let me just rinse this out and we'll pan it out. See if we got anything at all. I think so. I mean, I saw quite a bit of good test pans, so it should be good stuff. Let's find out. I'm just going to do a quick speed pan here, but I'm going to take it back to the boat and do it really good with classifiers and stuff. But just to take a quick look. Now this gold is so fine. Panning like this, I'm going to lose like probably half of it. So keep that in mind. I'll go back to the boat and do it up really nice. But just for a quick look here, just do a quick speed pan. Alright, let's see here. Oh yeah. Yeah, some gold in there. Oh yeah, wow, look at that. There's a couple chunkies in there too. Wow, lots of fines. Nice. Like some chunky gold in the corner there and a lot of fines. I'm not sure if you can see all that. Let me tap the pan quick. Alright, there we go. The water's really dirty, but just a quick little look here in the field, and then yeah, we'll go back to the boat and really do this up nice. I think just looking at it, maybe a quarter gram. You know, there's still gold down there. I don't know, probably a quarter gram. Yeah, we'll find out when we get back to the boat. Looks pretty good, you know, not bad for just a quick little sniping adventure. I mean, about an hour, so maybe a quarter gram. I don't think I could do this all day, you know. I get bored after an hour just kind of on my hands and knees and scraping dirt. I mean, like I said, just doing this for fun. You know, just waiting for some boat repairs, so just something to do. I just wait for to get back out on the water to go dredging. The weather's turning for the better. We should be out dredging probably tomorrow, maybe even tonight. But yeah, I just thought I'd come down to the beach, do a little sniping. So cool, it was fun. But yeah, I'll take you back to the boat and we'll clean this up really good and we'll weigh it up and see what it is.